Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together, we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, y'all. Time to 10X.
Hey everyone, welcome to NextGen on Elevate Springfield. I'm Ellie and I'm here with my dad, Robert.
Together, we're talking about what really matters to teens today. From school and skills to pressure, purpose, and possibilities, we'll share honest conversations, practical strategies teens can actually use, and a little dad-daughter debate.
This is about listening, learning, and growing. Together, let's elevate the next generation.
Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing experts serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing.
Hello and welcome back to NextGen on Elevate Springfield. I'm Ellie and I'm here with my dad.
Hi, Ellie.
Hi.
How's it going today?
Good, because I have coffee just
There
like
you go. Hey, we matched today. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think this is very, I'm glitching. I think this is very, what's the word? Now I know. I think this is very fitting for our topic today.
Yeah. No, we waded through the candy after the St. Patty's Day parade. As we're recording this, the St. Patrick's Day parade got over just not too long ago. Mm-hmm. So still the aftermath of the parade in the streets.
Yep.
We got in though. We made it in.
Eventually, after some hardships.
So no, the coffee's good. Got to shout out to Schlees.
Yes.
That's where you got that from. So
if you're wondering, which I'm sure you are all wondering about my coffee order, because that's like at the forefront of your minds, obviously. I got a 12-ounce vanilla latte with oat milk.
You think people were wondering?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. So what are we talking about today?
Well, for a little background, I've always been like interested in analyzing media and art. And I've always been confused, like in my brain, I've always been like, okay, I feel like this is objectively bad, but, you know, all art is subjective. So it's like, I can't tell if I'm just being pretentious about it. And I'm like, okay, this is my opinion that it's bad, but it's just everything subjective, you know? But I don't know. I've always just been confused about that because deep down, I'm like, this is really bad. I'm like, I mean, isn't there some form of objectivity in art at all? And I actually recently, this morning, watched a YouTube video on this, and it opened up my horizons more. And I think it's really important. I think it really helped me clear up my brain fog on that topic. And it really helped me because I really like that sort of thing. So it's like to have that in my brain is just like, yeah, I don't know.
So how so? What was the video about?
I think the video title was "Why Can't Anyone Agree on What a Good Book Is?" was basically the general gist of it. And the video went on to say, like, one of the quotes in it, but I cannot remember for the life of me who the person was. But some guy had said that you can't get better at something if there was no standards for that thing to begin with, which I think is very interesting because it's like, how can you get better at writing if there's no standard for good writing or bad writing? How can you get better at it if there's nothing there that is good or is bad? And I think I mentioned this in another one of our podcasts where I was like, what's the point of movie critics then? If everything is subjective, what is the point? What is the point of the Rotten Tomato score or this score or whatever, or the movie critics who watch movies before they come out. What's the point of their job if every single thing is subjective? The video also touched on elitism and how, a lot of people think that, oh, well, if I read classics, I'm better than everybody else. If I read objectively good literature or watch good movies, I'm better than everybody else. And it's not that either. Like it's two sides of it, because it's like on one hand, when I'm saying this, it could sound like, oh, well, you can't, like you just sound like elitist. Like you think that that these things are better. And the video had also mentioned that it's interesting because for something to be objectively good, that equals enjoyability. If enjoyability is even a word, I don't know. I've never used that word before, but I'm just said it, so I guess it is now.
It makes sense, even if it's not a word, I guess.
Yeah, but I think that's interesting because it's like if something is objectively good, you have to enjoy it, right? Where I feel like that's not. Sorry, I'll let you respond to these points
You're fine,
at some point. I don't know. Like I will constantly be like, okay, I feel like this book that I just read is not objectively good. Like one of my favorite books of all time is very tropey. If you don't know what a trope is, a trope is like an aspect of a story. I think that's the best way to explain it. It's an aspect of a story. And it's basically what builds your story. But it was very tropey. It's very like overdone. But I still really enjoyed it. You can enjoy like objectively just like poorly done and quote unquote bad things. And you can also not enjoy objectively like well written and good things either.
Yeah, I think there's a whole genre around quote unquote bad movies that people love. People call them guilty pleasures all the time. They know that they're probably not really that well done, but they enjoy them nonetheless.
Yeah, so. But I think with all those points, I was like, okay, yeah, I feel like deep down I was right. I feel like there is an objectively good and objectively bad. There is obviously subjective in there, but I don't think that art cannot be criticized because everything's subjective. Well, it's like it can be objectively poorly done and lazy.
No, I think that's true. I think there's standards in everything. You have to be able to put yourself up against some kind of standard and either exceed that standard or not quite get there. I think with media in general, yes, it can be more subjective, but there are some objectively good or bad standards in terms of camera work and scripting and all this stuff. I mean, because there can be
storyline,
because there can be bad
acting,
camera work and bad acting, right? Objectively bad, whether you subjectively think that person is a good or not. They could have a bad performance or it could be poorly written. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that does not mean that you can't enjoy it, but I don't think something being good or something being bad equals it. Like, okay, well, if it's good, you have to like it, and if it's bad, you have to not like it. Like I said, I don't think that like good equals enjoyability. Like I just don't.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be this masterpiece to enjoy it. There's a lot of things out there that could be considered, not great, but they're still very enjoyable to watch or to consume as media.
And I think that's also where the subjective part comes in, because it's like it's subjective on whether you enjoy it or not. That doesn't mean that just because somebody else doesn't like it means it's bad. If it's well written, that just means, okay, you didn't connect to it. It's not really your thing, whatever. But that doesn't mean it's objectively bad. Like I think in another one of our podcasts, I was talking about this. I was like, I don't even know, but I was like confused. I was talking about something being like, when this is good, it's like it's good, but I don't know if that's just my opinion or not that it's good, but I feel it in my soul that like it is well written and well done, good.
Right.
But like that doesn't mean everybody's gonna like it.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
It can be objectively well written and just formatted very well. Like I don't.
Well, and I think one part of media or art that we could really talk about here is music on that, because music, you could hate a particular genre of music,
but that doesn't mean it's bad.
It could be absolutely beautifully done and well executed piece of music. You just don't particularly like that style. That doesn't mean it's bad. It can still be fantastic in what it is. It's just you don't like it. So I think music could be one that could go that way easily.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. And I think this reminds me of Taylor Swift's latest album, actually. I'm not a Swiftie, but she got a whole lot of backlash for that album because it just wasn't like, it was a fun album, you know? It wasn't necessarily done well. I don't think it was very done well, at least compared to her old things. Like, again, I'm not a fan of her, but I'm not a hater either. I think that a lot of her lyricism in those were very cringy and just not very good. But then again, there's the argument to be made being like, oh, it's supposed to be cringy because it's supposed to be like that. But it's like, I don't know. But that album just seemed very like flat and kind of lazy just because it just wasn't done very well. And that's fine. And you can enjoy that, of course. I think another part of it is that when somebody says like, oh, that's bad, but you can still enjoy it, I think that person's going to feel like you're judging them because it's, oh, well, that's bad. Like, you suck. You shouldn't like that because it's bad. There should be no judgment anywhere for what anybody enjoys, regardless of whether it's good or bad. Because I think that's why there's so much divide in it, because there's the elitism side of it. Being, oh, that's so bad. You shouldn't like that. I think there should be more debate to be made whenever somebody doesn't enjoy something and then goes around saying, oh, that's bad. That's bad. No, you just didn't enjoy it, and that's fine. I think that's what I was talking about on another podcast where I was like, I tried to differentiate between this isn't for me versus, okay, this was actually bad. Like, this is not good. This is not well done.
A good example of that, we've talked about it before, the original Rocky movie was beautifully, beautifully done, and you just
mean, while we're on that, we might as well bring up my wonderful Jimmy John's sandwiches.
That's true. That's true. They are
objectively delicious.
Objectively mid. That was wrong, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, true though.
Tear him apart in the comments. No. Hey. Just because you didn't like it doesn't mean it's objectively bad.
It's true. It's objectively mid because it's objectively mid. Has nothing to do with my taste buds. So
you stink.
It's America's taste buds, folks. So, no, I'm just
joking. You have
joking.
a Jimmy John's right across the street from your
yes.
studio.
Jimmy, I used to eat Jimmy John's a lot. I just don't eat any kind of processed meat right now at all. That's the only reason I'm saying that. I used to love Jimmy John's. And actually, and you know this, when we went to the 10X conference, we actually heard Jimmy John himself, the Jimmy John, speak, and he was downright awesome.
Yeah, did y'all know that the founder of Jimmy John's name is Jimmy John?
Jimmy John, yeah, he's fun.
That's iconic. I love that for him.
Yeah, he did awesome. He was one of my favorite speakers of that whole conference we went to a little over a year ago now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Rocky, phenomenal movie. You just don't seem to like it or won't watch it, but that's
just
okay.
Not my thing.
That's okay. Just not your thing.
I think it's just more of people from that generation or like men like that movie. I don't know. Not saying girls don't, but this girl doesn't.
Yes. Rocky is probably a very dude-heavy movie, I would think, in terms of the viewership. I would guess it's probably a 90-10, 90% of viewers of that movie nowadays are probably dudes.
Yeah, but I think that's where a lot of the arguments come from, is the fact that people don't want to admit that their favorite thing is bad or badly done because the judgment that comes with it from other people. I think if that wasn't there and we were all just like, okay, yeah, this was, because the problem with the book space right now is that everybody is like, oh my gosh, this was so good, best book I've ever read. And then you pick it up. It's like the same exact book every single time. It's the same characters, same everything, because it's just over and over again, just the same thing, because that's what sells. And it's not done well at all, because everybody wants to write the same thing because that's what sells and that's what makes money. So it's just the same thing. I think there needs to be more honesty in it and be like, okay, this wasn't my thing. Okay, this was like really bad. Okay, I liked this because of this, this, and this, but you probably won't if you don't like this, this, and this. It makes it really hard for book recommendations when you can't differentiate those different things, you know?
Yeah, and you've always been like that with your books. You've been able to, you've always been a little bit of a critic when it comes to your books.
Yeah, I'm
like
heavily
critiquing things.
I'm the type of person where as long as I'm entertained by it, I will finish it. I won't put down the book and not finish it because I hate it. I will read through it for entertainment, because usually the books that I hate, they're very easy to get through because they're not written well. Like, it's just very plain, boring, bland writing. So you can just speed through it. And also, I love writing my reviews. I can't write a review if I don't finish it. So it's like, but it's not like I'm wasting my time. It's that I'm learning more and more about my tastes each time I read a new book, too.
Well, tonight, I think we're going to watch a new movie that hopefully it's objectively good, right?
I hope.
We'll see. The first one was pretty good. We're going to watch Zootopia 2 tonight.
We're very late to the party.
Yeah, we are very late to the party.
In our defense, though, around that time, like so many movies were coming out, and we had gone to the movie theater like 3 different times around that time. So I think that's just why we didn't get to it. And then we were like, okay, I think it's out of movie theaters now. And we didn't want to buy it because we have Disney Plus. So we're not going to pay $30
yeah,
for it to just go
at
on
some
there
point,
anyway.
it's just like, yeah, we'll just wait till it comes on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
After you wait so long, it's like, yeah, I'll just wait a couple more weeks till it comes on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but I definitely think there's the type of reader who's like, oh my gosh, this was so good. When it's like objectively just like not. And you're not really being honest about why you liked it, versus the other reader who's like, I only read classics and these type of books, so I'm better than you because you read books that aren't these ones. And it's just like that whole elitist mindset thing. And neither one of those is healthy or good for the rest of the space. In the video as well, they said something that I have been saying for so long. Critical reading is learning what you like about it and being able to say that. And being able to express that. People are always like, oh my gosh, you're so analytical. And I'm like, I just know what I like and I know what I don't like. And I'm able to say that out loud. Because a lot of people will be like, yeah, I read this, didn't really like it, and then move on. I'm the type of person that's like, I didn't like this because of this, this, and this, and this. Like, I'm able to put it into words why I didn't like it. And as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, that, I don't like that. Like, that sort of thing as I'm reading it. So that's just like, I know.
Well, I think this idea and this concept can be taken out into a lot of different things in life, not just critiquing media and art. There are, in just about every industry and just about every job and just about anything you do in life, there are standards of excellence. Something is good if you meet this, or something is bad. So I think in any job, you're going to be trying to, meet that standard of excellence. So it's same type of thing with the media. The people that are putting that all together, I would imagine their goal is to try to meet that at least standard of good for their particular job.
I really just think they're catering to the audience at this point.
Well, that
like,
could be.
Well, they like enemies to lovers, so that's what we're gonna do. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it's so
tired. That's the trope we're going for.
But yeah, I 100% understand what you're saying. That doesn't mean you have to like it or you have to not like it, depending on whether it's good or bad. But you have to be able to say, like, yeah, I get that that's not the best. Yeah, I get that that's objectively good. Whatever. I still didn't like it. I still liked it, etc. But this kind of reminds me of that one quote where it's like, choose anything. So my thing is just like my coffee right now. So you could be the best like vanilla latte ever, but you can't give it to somebody who they just don't like vanilla. Like you could be the best one out there, but they just don't like vanilla, and that's fine. But they're not gonna like it because they don't like vanilla.
Right. So I guess for anything you're doing out there, whether you're critiquing media, whether you're doing your job, know that there are standards of excellence, standards of good, and I guess we could strive as people to strive for that excellence, right?
Yeah. I just think it's like important to know that. It just makes it easier to communicate with people, and it just doesn't start as many debates or arguments about it. Cause
there's a lot of subjectivity in life. There's a lot of gray, but in certain areas there's this and that. It's a little more black and white. This is good based on these set of criteria. This is bad based on this set of criteria.
Yeah, I just think that it just gets really muggy and foggy with this just because it has to do with like whether you like it or not. And you just have to separate liking it from the good and the bad, because those are different things. And I feel like not many people know that. It's not that, oh, well, everything's like subjective. It's like you can't get better at something that everything is subjective. Like that's okay. Like let's say that I'm at archery, right? Because I do archery. Let's say it's, well, any score is subjective. And I don't need to improve on it at all because I could get any score I want. And I could be like, yeah, that's great. Archery is subjective. That's amazing. Look how good I did. I just scored like 1 point. That's awesome. Sort of thing. Like I can't get better at it if there's no standards to meet in the first place. And I think that's how it is with writing. You can't just go into it writing whatever you want because people are going to be like, no, this stinks. If you just write, be like, he was walking in the forest, then he turned around, and then he turned around again, and then he tripped and fell on his face. That's not going to be good writing.
Objectively poor
That's
writing.
not good writing. Again, that doesn't mean that you have to like it or you have to not like it. It's just separating those two things from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the subjectivity of whether you like it or not whether it's actually good or actually bad.
What is objectively good
Was
is
the potato I just had.
Oh, that looked pretty good from Schlee's, but
It was something potato. It was, I don't know what it was called. Loaded? No.
it was
Maybe it was loaded.
loaded potato. Yeah, their St. Patty's menu.
I got it because it wasn't very loaded, though. It was
Right.
it was a potato with sea salt, thyme, and one other thing, but it was like small. I don't know. I didn't think it was like loaded, but I loved it.
I'll tell you what, though, the filet from Maldener's is objectively good.
But
so it is about dinner time.
Oh, yeah. While we're on the potato, though, see, it was objectively not a loaded potato, but I loved it because it wasn't very loaded. So I subjectively loved it, even though it wasn't a super loaded potato. Loaded potatoes have a ton of things. It didn't meet the criteria for a loaded potato, but I loved it.
You know what, Ellie?
So it was objectively a bad loaded potato, but it was an amazing potato.
Man, I think you just summed up our entire episode right there.
Yeah.
We could have just said that, and I think we would have been done.
Shakespeare's taking notes from me.
Love it. Love it. Well, how about we go get another one?
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's do it.
Well, thank you for joining us on NextGen on Elevate Springfield. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agent, is here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343.
Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. Appreciate you making us a part of your day. Hey, don't forget, while you're out on social, check ours out. You can check my personal one out at Robert Ferriell, at everywhere. Check out those Elevate Springfield pages, those Big Dog Business Coaching pages as well. Check us out over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, give us a like or a follow on any of those channels. We would certainly appreciate it. So, hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
When I first walked into Shudokan Karate Club, I was just looking for a way to get stronger, but what I found was so much more. Here we train in traditional karate, the real stuff, passed down through generations. Every punch, every kata has purpose. I've learned self-discipline, confidence, and how to protect myself. Not just in class, but in real life. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being prepared. This is more than a club, it's a way of life. Join us at Shudokan, traditional, powerful, real. Ki-ai!